All right. Let's get the window capture back. You guys don't even have to ask. You know exactly what happened. You know exactly what happened. PFN. Mock Simulator. You guys know what happened? You know what I do? Jeff forgets to... Oh, oops. No, I want that back there. Oh, crap. I forget to plug in my laptop charger. It's the real tradition, unlike any other. Jeff forgets to plug in his crap. A tradition, unlike any other. Okay, now if I pull this one out, will it leave the simulator up? Perfect. That's what I needed. That is what I needed. But now I've lost my chat box. There it is. Good God, what a train wreck I am. All right, yep, you guys know what I do. Tradition unlike any other. Jeff forgetting to plug in his laptop. I can't do 5 rounds yet, guys. I gotta do more tape. But I keep doing mock drafts instead of tape because I'm stupid. I like to burn time doing mock drafts. How was the pizza? The pizza was good. Yeah, we're back and we're plugged in now. Look at these. Yeah. 26 and 60. That's a little too far for my liking. I don't want to go to 26. I'm going to turn all these down. All right, you want to try as realistic as possible? Best guess at what the Cowboys would actually do. Let's reject all these. Zach Wilson made it to 10, huh? Well, I'd think about taking him. Most realistic for the Cowboys here would be between Micah Parsons, Rashawn Slater, and Patrick Surtain. My dream would be to move down a little bit, take J.C. Horn, and have an extra pick. So, I want to find a team who's picking... How about New England? And if they were really coming for a quarterback, they would do that. So just to make it happen in case, well, let's see, maybe they will. Okay. They would make that trade. Because they're coming to get their quarterback, that would be an easy trade for them to make. So we're going boom, boom. We're moving from 10 to 15. We're picking up number 46. They're coming up to take their quarterback. Take Zach Wilson. Ready to go. There it is. Zach Wilson. Okay. That would actually be really tempting right there, but no. Look at that. Patrick Surtain at 15. And that's not impossible. David, that's a great point. We can't really guess what the Cowboys will do. But we know that they're going to desperately need corners. Look at that. We moved to 15. We got us an extra 2. We're going to take Patrick Surtain. I would have been fine if he was gone too, because I would have just taken J.C. Horn, and I would have been happy with that also. Would have had no problem. You give me pick 98 to move one spot? Who do you like? Get out of here. All right. Cowboys realistic. We have 44 and 46. So if I'm the Cowboys, there's really, like, that's my free safety prospect. And I'm sure it won't be theirs because he's 5'8" and he would be the smallest safety of all time. But I love him. The Cyril Dean's not really a free. Holland I'm not huge on, but they might like him. I don't know if I'm going to get the free safety in this draft class. Realistic Cowboys. I've already taken a corner. Okay. Realistic Cowboys. My guy McNeil. D-tackle. Realistic Cowboys. Boy, Basham at 46 would be a nice pick. Get you a nice little pass rusher there on the edge. Another one. Realistic Cowboys. Molden's 5'10". I don't know if they'll hate him or not. How tall is Newsham? Is he short? Will they hate him too? Maybe Baron Browning, athletic linebacker, Dan Quinn. What's his 40 time? I bet he can run. 4.56. Yeah. What have I done? D-tackle, linebacker, and corner. We have Surtain, McNeil, and Browning. That is a good point, Kenneth. I would just tell this team to sign Malik Hooker. And I'd get him on the cheap too, because he's been so hurt that if he's healthy, great. If not, we're going to have to do something else too. And at 75, I could take Molden or Newsham. I got no problem double dipping at corner. We did D-tackle, we did line. Okay, we haven't taken an edge or a safety. You'd consider Weaver here, but I want to try to be realistic for the Cowboys. We now have Diggs and Surtain, so you take your slot guy for the future and Molden. And you rock and roll. And then with the comp pick that for some reason isn't in the simulator, I get to take my guy Darius Washington. The end. So that's one. That is trying to guess at what the Cowboys might do. Corner's obviously a desperate need. Nose tackle. McNeil's 315, 320 pounds. Pretty athletic for that size. Strong. He can help your D-tackle group. And an athletic linebacker. Dan Quinn is going to want linebackers that can run. So you got a speedy linebacker that needs some development. You got a slot corner. You got an outside corner. You got a nose tackle. That's 3 rounds of Cowboys mocking. Brady didn't struggle tonight. Brady, if they don't get 3 interceptions, what did they have, 6 points that weren't enough turnovers till the end? Brady struggled tonight. Who was a better prospect, Malik Hooker or the free safety that went to the Chargers a couple of years ago? Who's that? Derwin James? He's not really a free safety. Derwin's been a better player, but Hooker's an actual free safety. Yeah, so that was me trying to do a somewhat realistic look at what the Cowboys might do, and that's what you're looking at now. Surtain could easily be J.C. Horn if Surtain's gone there at 15. And really, if I wanted to be realistic, I'd have to get rid of one of these guys because I feel like at 10, they wouldn't trade away from the corner. They would just pick Surtain or Horn. So we wouldn't have one of these picks. I just can't help myself. I trade down. That's what I do. Troy Clark, and he has that big butt. Like you gotta have a big butt. My D tackle has to have a strong power bottom. Thought you bailed on us for a sec. I didn't bail. It's the tradition unlike any other. My laptop, I forget to plug it in, and it dies real fast. It was like 72% when I started the video. And what was that, like 10 or 15 minutes? That's what it likes to do. The Cowboys need to shore up the offensive line. Well, yeah, that's true, but the problem is that you can't do everything in a 3-round mock draft, right? Like, you want me to fix the offensive line? Sure. They need to upgrade a D tackle. They only have 2 starters at corner right now in a league where you need 3 and somebody gets hurt, so you really need 4 or 5. So you have to find a corner. Right now they're actually desperate for a safety as well. The offensive line thing is something that you want to upgrade or reload or whatever. But you're missing a starting corner. You're missing a starting nose tackle, at least the level that I want them to play at. You're missing one starting corner, one starting safety, a nose tackle. You're missing those. So, yeah, I'd love to get a guy for the offensive line too, but, Oh, Nasir Adderley. Who are we comparing? Oh, Malik Hooker was probably a better prospect, but you know how that goes. Should we sign Richard Sherman as a leader to teach these kids something? Yes, we should. Those are the 2 guys, if I were the Cowboys, I would sign. Old man Richard Sherman and beat up Malik Hooker. Those are the 2 guys that I think the Cowboys should sign on the cheap. One because he's old, one because he is super injury guy. And so you get him on the cheap, you throw him in your DB room, and you keep it going. You keep partying. All right, guys. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I'm going to go read my book for a while. If you could, just mash the like button. Mash that like button. Click the bell. Make sure you're subscribed. These things are very important. They're very important. And remember, David Parrish, nose is really for 3-4, right? When I say nose tackle, because people use it for multiple things, right? Dan Quinn's going to run a 4-man defensive line for the most part. 4 down linemen. So when you have 4 down linemen, you have 2 defensive tackles. One that lines up between the center and guard, and one that lines up kind of over the other guard. So they're called the 1 technique and the 3 technique. The 1 technique is the one that's between the center and guard, and he's your fat boy. And then the 3 technique is your more athletic one that lines up over the guard. That should be the better pass rusher, better athlete. When I say nose, if I'm talking about the Cowboys, I'm talking about a 1 technique. A real nose would be nose to nose with the center in a 3-man line. But on a 4-man line, a lot of times you call the 1 technique a nose. That's all. What book are you reading? Right now I'm reading the 4th book in the, what's that series called? Book 3 was called Oathbringer. Book 4 is called, it just recently came out, so I'll have to wait 5 years for book 5. But it's called Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson. That's what I'm reading. All right, remember, you don't know what anybody's going through, so be sweet to everyone. Look, this is my Mental Health for All shirt. I don't know if you can see it. Be cool to everybody. I love you. Have a great night.